everybody, welcome to our bathroom break. This is a little talkback show that we like to do in the middle and at the end of all of our sessions to just kind of talk about what's been going on. We're in the middle right now. We're about to go meet the Tin Man. But we just met everybody's characters. How's everybody feeling so far?
Good. Good. I'm having a lot of fun.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Me too.
Yeah, so am I.
Good.
I'm ready to pirouette into
I don't want to...
some
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to run to the restroom, but continue to talk as if it were a show or something.
Great, yeah.
Right off the bat, I want to say everyone has had truly inspired character decisions. Just picking off of the bits and pieces of the edges of Oz has been amazing.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Also, I wish I could do accents better because Scood is like my bardic parts. I want to use my bardic skills to impersonate and I wish I could talk like pretend.
There's a lot of I drive a fair amount so it's a lot of that is just practicing when I have a character a new accent that I want to do. That's just basically a lot of talking to myself in the car.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can pull out all the southern and all the sweet, but North Coast is not. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
East Coast.
I was gonna say, goddamn, this flying monkey came in from New England or some shit. Bostonian monkey.
I'm walking here.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for a New York kind of rough Long Island kind of thing. Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, I can
Brooklyn
hear it.
specifically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a new accent I've never really done before. Except for just practicing a lot. Yeah. My line to get into that accent when I was practicing was just we gotta kill that doggy bitch.
It's always
It gets
great
me there.
having a line that gets you in.
Mm-hmm. It gets me there every time.
I fully had a Mombi voice when we originally scheduled this, and then I forgot about it until I sat down today.
No.
And so I hope I'm some level of consistent, but I don't at all believe that I am.
No, it is. It's very good. It's very
That's
very princess. Yeah. I think it's
very while Joe was doing the intro, I'm like, okay, this is a scene between Scood and Dorothy, and while I'm being amazed at the fucking what's her name? What's the actress's name? I always know her
Judy
name, but I always
Garland.
forget it. Julie Garland.
Judy.
Yeah.
Judy. Listen, it cut out the first word, so...
Julie Garland, actually.
I have a really good Judy Garland impression. Hate to toot my own horn. Oh my. This is in Kansas, Toto.
When I heard you do the dog in the TikTok clip, it was, I believe, from Terrador, I was blown away, and I'm so glad I get to experience that live in person.
Are you telling me that this ship's gonna take us all the way to Varanth?
It's
That's so good. I need to tell you how incredibly disturbing your descriptions are of everything. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I love
really
it.
good.
I kind of forgot that it was horror during the opening until you described until it was the first horror description, because I was just I don't know, in and out. It's yeah, okay.
Oh, hey, it's Oz, and then it just oh.
Yeah, it's just in the best way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's
You're taking
something...
Legend of Horror's movie, and it's all just hey, and then we get this. It's all grotesque and just wonderful, quite frankly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and there's also just something too about a really familiar setting where something's just slightly wrong.
Agreed.
Yes, it's very eerie to take that setting that you know so well and just turn it into something terrifying. Okay.
Yeah, I and I'm a bit of a... I do like classic fantasy D&D setting, but I more than oftentimes go for not that. Wizard of Oz or like modern day humans or
Yeah.
Regency or I don't know. Just I like doing different stuff, and I love playing
Is anyone
Awesome.
else?
things that
Like,
already exist.
Such a solid setting, though.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, its entire fantasy world is built. There's no lack of material.
Yeah.
Is anyone else of the age to remember the modern D20 book? Like, it was literally just, like, it was the book called Modern D20. I feel like it came out in the early 2000s.
I didn't get into like tabletop roleplay till like 2 years ago, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I'm
It was of its age. There's like cyberpunk is one of the classes or something like it. Yeah.
2000.
You know, when I grew up, because I kind of grew up in like the 90s, and D&D was still this like stigmatized, it's for nerds, kind of right on the tail of that like
that was
satanic
me.
panic type of thing. Yeah, exactly. So when I grew up, it was like a big like taboo to play D&D, and it's nice to see it really normalized now.
Yeah.
I hadn't really heard of it when I was younger until like my mom I think I saw one of her books like on the shelf, and so I asked her about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, that's that," and I was like, "This," and then there are a bunch of really cool things about it. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and I read through a couple of them, but I didn't really like get into D&D until much later. But like at that point, I was just like, "Oh my god, that's something my mom did. That's so cool." And it was like,
That is cool.
of course, she played first edition, I think. Like, yeah.
Does anyone feel comfortable sharing
That is
how
cool.
old they are? You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm 21.
I turned
I'm
36 this year.
I'm 37, almost 38.
36. Hey.
37, 36.
23.
I'm 21,
33.
23.
32.
I'm not the youngest. Okay.
Yay.
Are you only 21?
Yeah.
It was bonkers
You're
when
not
I found
looking.
that out, too.
Crazy.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, like in a good way. Wow, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, definitely in a good way. Like, yeah.
Hey, I'll
Like,
take
I
it.
see a lot of 21-year-olds, and I'm like, oh, you're just a baby, and you still look like a teenager, but you don't still look like a teenager.
Yeah, I teach 18-year-olds, so we have a fun
That's kind of weird, eh?
All put together.
dynamic.
Is that weird to you? Like, when you walk into a classroom and these kids are only, like, a few years younger than you?
Yeah, one of them wrote in their journal today that I'm gonna say Joe, but that's not what they call me, obviously.
Yeah.
Joe is like if a mom was young, was how he described me.
That's wild.
Do your students know your age? Because I did like informal teaching as part of trainings and stuff, and I was 17 teaching 14-year-olds, and it's truly, you have to throw up so much smoke about your age there.
I tried not to tell them, and when they asked, they would usually ask like, they know not to ask a woman her age, but they will say like, so like, how old were you when Fetty Wap released, you know, this song, and I used to just be like, how old do you think I am? But then, what is that one really popular Fetty Wap song from like 2015? Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
I don't know songs.
There's-
Sorry.
My age is that I don't
We're
know
gonna
who
get
that is.
both like, we're too old for this. Yeah.
I mean, I know who that's referring to, but I have no idea.
I've never even heard of it, honestly. It's just new.
Well, let me find it. It's a really popular song from 2015, and it came on the radio, and my students said, they were like, oh, Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. She my trap queen, and let go. And I was jamming, and I said, oh, I remember dancing to this at the middle school dance. And one of my students went, and some immediate math was done. So proud of them. And he deducted that I was 22, and I said, let's go with that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was really flattered by, Joe is like if a mom was young.
Compliment you've ever been given based on what I know about you as a
Because
person.
I
think that's
do.
the
I have
best
a
thing
very
I want.
sort of maternal connection. I'm a very maternal person. Love motherhood. Would love to have it someday.
Psychoanalyzed you for like 4 D&D campaigns.
Are you a cleric main, Joe? Play?
Yeah.
Hey, you're playing in Terrador? What do you play?
Silence.
That was crazy. Hold on. Do you want to see what's behind me at this moment?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's the silence.
Oh, the shrine.
Yes.
I was gonna say, are we going to Narnia?
Hold on.
Getting into some cold shit.
Oh.
He's initiating us.
Yo.
Oh, it's not very. Hold on.
Frog.
Yo.
Ah. Oh my god, that's adorable.
I play a
Hi.
grung cleric, which is a frog, in a 1 to 20 campaign that we filmed for the channel. And I have my shrine on lock.
Incredible.
I love it.
Joe, do you cleric main? Shut up, sort of. Hey, shut up. That's crazy.
This is great. Just seeing other people's fresh read on you tear you apart.
Well, Aaron and I have been married and divorced, so there's not much new to learn about each other. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, my internet. Hold on. Everyone,
My Sheila.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
My
Hang on.
Shayla.
Standing.
Okay. What did Aaron say?
I mentioned married and divorced, and then married again and divorcing again presently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough.
Gotta let that bean dip go.
Bean dip
You
is
gotta let
just
that
a
bean
new
dip
problem.
go,
It
bro.
wasn't the first divorce.
It's because I cheated on him the first time.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
yeah,
But then she made me bean dip, so I had to take her back.
and it repeats.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Do be patient with me, as this is. I'm not
No worries.
very good at combat. It's not that I'm not good at combat. I'm just not used
I'm
to.
very new to D&D, so don't worry. Take your time.
Aaron can attest. I often try to run combats where I don't have to, or run games where I don't have to do combat, or I will co-DM so that a big strong man can DM the combat for me, such as Aaron.
Yo, I've never seen you run
That's
5e
okay.
combat because I never got that far in Terrador, so I don't know if it happens.
I have run 5e combat in Terrador maybe thrice, and we've been playing for a year, which is 25 sessions.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we have a
The whole
combat
point
pretty
of
much.
my character is combat.
Yeah.
Combat looks
Just good at
difficult to
fighting
like
stuff.
run as a DM.
And out of 25, we've probably had 12 combats, and I've run none of them.
Okay.
I've run. Yeah,
Hey, Joe, don't worry. We'll make it quick.
I've run.
We'll just kill Dorothy real good.
Well,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
I ran.
Kill the bitch, we kill her good. And then we kill her again.
I ran a carriage falling off the cliff. Don't let it fall off the cliff combat, where somebody was trying to push the carriage off the cliff, so they had to fix that.
Not let it fall off the cliff. Yeah, I got that by then.
I ran. I don't know why you're speaking to me like this. I ran a combat
Oh,
where
this is why you're divorcing again.
they.
Yeah, you're taking the dice in the divorce, so I'm gonna be rough.
Yeah. I ran a
This is why you're getting divorced a second time.
hill giant
Yeah.
fight where they got one-shotted. Losers. Because it was just a plot device for me to get them to hallucinate and have cool dreams. That was
You
episode
ran a sort of Manchurian candidate scenario where if anyone rolled a nat 20, there was a 50-50 shot of something great or something terrible happening.
Mm-hmm.
And one nat 20 was rolled, and we all wanted to slaughter Joe for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and can I just, if I may,
No.
sort of, okay.
We're gonna defend this, I'm sorry.
Mombi dies? That's strange. No,
Yeah, that's fine.
That was
That's what I built
not
it for.
in 5e. That was in Never Stop Blowing Up, and that's a system that is very new and is so broken. And it's meant for insane action movie type games where just crazy stuff happens, and that's not really the vibe of our game. And they have these things called evolution tokens. That this is
No,
a cave.
we're not focusing on the fact that
No, hold
mathematically
on.
I was
Hey,
the only one
hold
who
on.
could fail a roll.
Shh, 1 second. So they have these things called evolution tokens in the game where every time you fail a roll, you get an evolution token, and you can later add that token to a roll to add +1 to it. But they had a bunch of buffs that they had earned and bought that like doubled the amount of evolution tokens they would get on certain rolls, and it would, you know, blah, 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 lots of cool stuff. So during this super tense, really cool battle, they had not Aaron, everyone else though, had 500 evolution tokens each, which meant there was not a check that they could not pass for the entire thing. There was no stakes. It was my worst nightmare.
We did warn you a session ahead of time.
And they were all like, yeah, just take away all our stuff. Just do it. And I was like, I can't. It's the principle. You earned it, unfortunately.
That's when Joe started smoking.
And that's when we got divorced the second time.
It's the first divorce, actually,
That was
yeah.
the first divorce, yeah.
And I then, have you guys ever seen videos of someone lassoing a cow that is running away so quickly?
Yeah.
No, but that sounds kind of cool.
In
Let's
much
pretend
the,
we say yes.
sort of in much the same way, that was the penultimate session, and then the finale on Wednesday, I really reined in that cow, as they say, and I did not allow them to roll anything. They had to role play everything, and so I made everyone cry.
Smart.
I'm gonna look at a video of that.
Please do. It's the one where I got schooled is already uploaded on the channel. It's called The Cave Manchurian Candidate. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about? Please tell me you know what movie I'm talking about.
Yes,
I love The Manchurian Candidate.
I
It's
don't
a
watch
great
many
movie.
movies, so I don't have a clue, but that's okay.
It's a great movie about the Cold War in Russia and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have anything else to say. I'm done talking now.
It was about Gobi Manchurian.
Yeah. The finale should be out in like a week or something. I don't know. To be determined.
Do you all mind? I need to take just another couple minutes. I need to put my dog to bed.
Do whatever
That is
you
all
need
good.
to do.
Great. I will be back in like 3-ish minutes. So
Great.
here.
Whoa!
Yes, put the baby to bed.
Wow.
This is awesome.
That's so cute.
But yeah, no, I don't run a lot of combat. And there's many names that must happen and many sheets to switch between and such. So we all get better every day.
Yeah, I think that's my thing about not DMing yet is I'm not sure if I'm ready to run combat. I can do everything else. Like I can storytell, I can let people roleplay. I'm okay with all that. It's just the combat.
Just run a game that doesn't have combat. That's the secret.
Yeah. I kind of.
And yeah, I might have to. Yeah.
Aaron's
And they're
running
fully
a Knives Out.
systems
But
that
I
just
wrote-
don't do combat at all.
That's true.
Yeah,
Kids on
because I
bikes.
wrote a little one shot that I eventually want to run. I just don't know if I'm ready to DM yet. And it was set in Exandria, like the Critical Role world. And I wrote it so that the players have to go find this princess lost of the Dwendalian Empire. So I could write that one so that there's no combat. You just have to like deal with the big bad in the end in a different way. But
Yeah. I love DMing games where everybody's just a guy and there's no classes. That's not D&D. I know that's not D&D. But
it's just fun though.
like Kids on Bikes, Rule for Shoes, Never Stop Blowing Up, you're just people. You don't have classes. And
Okay.
I love it. I love Never Stop
We got
Blowing
a
Up.
game.
Even though it's
My
broken.
fiance and I got a game called Magical Kitties.
That's a good game.
And yeah, I haven't played it yet, but you're playing like magical cats, and you have to help your humans through their problems.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And it looks like a really fun game that's very like light on combat.
It's very good.
So that
Yeah.
looks like one I would like to play. We just haven't had people to play it with yet, but
Yeah.
if I start DMing, I might try that one if I do DM in the server at all.
I really enjoy Never Stop Blowing Up as a system until it gets broken, because and the reason why I chose it for the Caveman campaign is because you start with D4s in all of your skills, and then every time you hit the highest number on a die, you blow up and you graduate to the next dice. And that works very beautifully for this idea of like evolution. And so, you know, you start really bad at something and then you evolve and you get better at it. And I think if we do another season of Caveman in 20 years, then I would do, or if I ever run the system again, I just would take out all those buffs that like you have 1 million evolution tokens, or I'd cap it, like you can only have 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Homebrew the rules, yeah, totally.
And just mess it up. It's a brand new system that Dimension 20 just came out with, so it's...
I think the ones that double it are fine with a cap, and also they're fine if you don't let us stack them like you did, because what was it? You started letting us spending evolution tokens to trigger one that doubled evolution tokens.
It's because I'm so kind and
so if we
pure-hearted
have
and
40
easily
we
taken
spent
advantage
10
of.
to double because we rolled high enough. We're then still sitting at 60 at the end there.
Yeah.
You were too kind of a DM.
I'm just too kind-hearted and pure and innocent and easily taken advantage of.
Yes.
And also, like, hot.
We give you opportunities to not be.
And really hot, and everyone just takes advantage of hot women.
Yeah, you've yet to say a false statement today. Continue. We want to fight.
Yeah,
Let's
I just want to do this.
Let's kill that dog.
Let's go.
Let's kill that bitch. Bye now. And now we're officially into our bathroom break. If we can just, I mean, it's late, but if we just want to get a quick comment from everybody, like, how much fun did you have? Did you love it? Was this character everything you dreamed of? Was the one shot everything you dreamed of? Etc. Everybody just
That was so
have a
much
moment.
fun.
Loved it. That was
That was awesome.
What was your favorite thing and least favorite thing? But the least favorite thing also has to be nice.
You all locked in so fucking fast.
You did.
Very impressed.
I was so worried about that.
You guys can name 10 things that you liked about it and 1 thing that you didn't like about it, but the thing that you don't like about it also has to be nice. So, for example, I wish it was longer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I do wish it was longer, yeah.
I would say that is legitimately, I wish that these characters had more space.
I know.
I want
Absolutely.
more of them.
Yeah.
I absolutely feel like there's more space for characters. I do wish it was longer, and that's really my only
Yeah, 100%.
negative thing to say, so to speak.
Truly, those board descriptions were such a treat.
Yes.
Oh, they were.
The imagery was chef's
The
kiss.
second you said that the Scarecrow did a backbend, not only did I have PTSD flashbacks, but I just fully, in my mind's eye, saw him fully flopping over, making a noise like if a damp washcloth is hit to the floor. Like,
And with bones cracking too.
Yes.
In addition to the wet.
the hanging twigs inside snapping.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
100%.
You painted a picture that I could not wipe away.
Thanks.
And then, like, the description of the lion is just like, oh, gross.
Yes.
Just gross.
Yeah.
No one wants to see the description
I
being
love it.
embodiment.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, dear
Love
God,
it.
that was
The
coming at me,
physicality
I
is
would
The
run
ring
away.
girl.
I am not as brave as my character. I would run the fuck away from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
It was like
nasty.
extra impressive because you're like sitting down and you still have this sense of physicality. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, all the nice things didn't have to be about me. Oh my god. Wow.
I think
They did.
my favorite moment of the one shot was standing over Dorothy after she
Oh my
died.
goodness.
That was awesome.
That was poetry.
Chills. Yeah, that was.
That
Well, and
real talk, my own childhood abuser died like a year or so ago, and so standing over Dorothy was like, "Fuck you."
yeah, right?
You gotta get that catharsis in where you can.
Well, and I think like you were
And
the
that's
only
just,
character.
I didn't even know that was gonna come out as I approached her body, and it just did. And I'm like, oh boy, not to trauma dump on all of you via the character, but
No, please.
Yeah.
Well, And
yeah.
the fact that you were the only one who didn't get a official kill, I think works both in that way of like you got your catharsis that way, and also from this thing that you kept trying to be very respectful of, which is that you're not from Oz, and this is not your world to interact with, even though you are here to help. And then two freaks of nature killing each other for Toto and Scood, and two more freaks of nature, Mombi and Scarecrow, killing each other.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Both of you with weird heads. Both of you with weird heads killing each other over here. Two messed up animals.
Mirrors.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, it's all like foil characters, right? That really worked itself out.
Yeah, I loved all the mirroring, and I love the like kind of heartbreak that you kind of put in there too, with killing Toto, but also like not just Toto, but like all of them. Just like, hey, this thing was not what it is. Like this thing was not always this way. And there's something in there still that is what it was, and like just like I love it when there's not just like black and white, good and evil. Like you know, these things are very deformed and very like bad and not good, but then there is still just like a little bit of good that you
because like
killed.
In their original forms, they wouldn't be like this, but they are because she deformed them to that point.
I mean, you
I
guys
feel like
saw.
that's what makes horror.
Yeah.
Like,
it is.
if it were black
really
and white and clear, it wouldn't be horror. But that is.
Yeah, you guys saw.
Horrific.
You guys
That's
saw
absolutely good horror. Yeah.
You guys saw the 15-year-old girl in Dorothy. You guys saw the puppy in Toto.
Yeah.
You saw the sagging brain and the mindless moaning and pain of Scarecrow. And you saw the regret and the desire to escape in Tin Man's eyes, but just not the initiative.
Yeah. Yep.
And the cowardice of the lion.
And the cowardice, yes, I knew I was missing somebody. And the cowardice of the lion in the last moment.
I love the story that the dice told with the person who is probably the only legitimate claim to the throne killing Dorothy.
And then choosing not to take it.
That was brilliant. Yeah.
And walking away.
And then to not take the throne is like, yes, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like I like all of my characters that I make in D&D to like say something bigger about like the human experience, if that kind of makes sense. And I feel like with Lavendrel, it was really like about the cyclical nature of revenge in a way, and just kind of like that idea was all that she could think about. And then when she finally got it, it was like, okay, well, now what? You still have a whole life to live.
Yeah. Have y'all played Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes.
I played a little bit of it.
Okay. Well, Aaron, there was a moment when Dorothy was killed that reminded me of that in that game. It's like a revenge moment. Just like, yes, it feels good, but there's also like kind of an emptiness now.
Yeah.
I would love to share this moment from the first time that I ran this one shot, where one of my PCs was the Tin Man, and he had this moment where he's been turned against Dorothy, and he just can't bring himself to. Throughout this whole combat, I am actively trying to love bomb and manipulate him, and it's working. And the Tin Man cannot bring himself to physically harm her, but he also isn't going to stop everyone else from doing it. And he steps back, he calls the lion to heal, and his friend the lion sits next to him, and he says, "Be brave, my friend. The end is near."
Wow.
Or right? Shout out Jesse, if you're watching this. He's my cousin, so I was manipulating and love bombing my cousin in that scene, playing his playing his lover. Happens.
Roll.
D&D, folks.
And the same thing with the whole heart situation. When he finally did turn against it, he said something to the extent of, all of these still beating hearts and I still don't have one, or something like that, like something like what Mombi said.
Wow.
He was crazy, man. Crazy, man. And 10 Man died an hour in, but that's how it should be sometimes. I loved it. I loved every moment.
Yeah.
That also is
Yeah,
one
that
less
was really good.
PC for me to play. So
I love that in like running a one shot multiple times, you see a different story every time you run it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's very fun. Yeah. Wow. Any final comments before we end the talk back?
Let's do it again, guys.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
I love that my
That's great.
first role as a member of this community is and forever will be a crit fail.
Yeah,
You know?
You can only go up.
That's how it goes sometimes. You went from a crit fail to killing the big bad guy, so
That's true.
I'd say that was done.
There is a member of our cast who has never, until a week ago, rolled a death save that was not a nat 1. Until 1 week ago, she rolled her first one that was not a nat 1, and it was a 3. That was awesome.
Truly a curse.
But
Still bad, but not as bad.
right. We might keep talking, we might not, but we're gonna go ahead and end this bathroom break here. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more one-shots in the future. We have a 1 to 20 going on called Terador's Trespass. We are soon posting the finale of Journey from Cave. Post-production's been finished for quite a while now, and we have a whodunit that will be coming out in late March of 2025. So, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching.